afterwards, which was full of flowers. And it's a lovely container. And what I've done is I've got like a, I don't know if it was a lemonade bottle. It might have been a big bottle of squash, but it's just clear plastic, which I've cut to go inside, because I don't think the tins were totally waterproof from what I remember. So there's a lemonade bottle inside, which you can't see, and then more chicken wire, but this time it's the green plastic one, which is much, much easier and softer on your fingers, okay? And this is another, just a little trick, really. I went and dug up some polyanthus, some primroses, I should say, primroses. And afterwards, I can plant them, okay? Because I dug up the whole thing. So we've got the roots on it. And there's little bits of grass. Again, you would take off those browning leaves, damaged leaves. You don't want any of those on there because they'd mark you down on poor quality stuff. But all I've done is stuff it in a polythene bag. Yeah, like that. Which you won't see, but it's got its water, and it helps the spring sort of foliage to stay youthful looking, because at this time of year it's really difficult, as you can see with this bed. This is new foliage. It hasn't got the capacity to hold water, not much water. Later on, by the time you do your competition, things will be a little bit more advanced. It'll be further down the line, and yes, they will be better then. But at this time of year, it's really difficult. So we just wrap the polythene bag around it, and I'm going to put that in at the back of the container, just like that. Now you won't see it in a minute. You won't see my plastic at all. All right, and because it's going on the table. Well, this is what I thought it was going to see.
Yeah, it is going to.
Yeah, it might be seen all round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you must make sure that from the front and the back, it looks good. Again, wriggle the bag round. And then just probably put this one in at the back this time. Now, nobody, only you guys, because I've told you, know that that's in a bag. Yeah, but it's got water, it's going to last, and when you take it home, you can bury it again. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is cover in between with moss, okay? So that will cover up the chicken wire. It will cover up my bag, my polythene bag. It will add moisture to the rest of the foliage as well, but it also gives, to me, it's spring. You know, because of the colour. There's even a little bit of nice little bit of grass actually sort of chewed in with some of this. So that's a good little base for your spring arrangement. You've got a little bit of Mauve. It's bowls mauve.
Oh.
Yes, and it's like that everlasting wallflower. It's got a lovely purpley flower. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that in. I'm gonna put it in. If it'll go through the moss. Yeah, and near the bottom again. Trim up any rubbishy leaves, and then I think probably some of this heather. Oh, hang on, perhaps I've got these out of the garden, and this might add a little bit of height, which we're going to put in the middle, because the middle bit this time is going to be the bit that you're going to see from all the way around. Yeah, so we don't want it at the back. This one has got to be in the middle. And it just slides through that moss and into that chicken wire just so well. That you could almost think, oh yeah, they're growing there, yeah, for spring. There's another little bit of that one that we used earlier, which we can pop in. If I just turn it around. Yeah. Very easy, very simple. Oh, use the sort of pop bottle thing. I think it was. I can't ever remember us having squash, to be quite honest. So again, it was probably come from the recycling. I take stuff out when I go to when I take stuff up to the recycling centre in Brecon. My husband dreads it because I come back. I come back with stuff, which you've got to hide because they don't like you taking stuff from there actually. But I have found that a packet of biscuits works really well. Oh, is there any chance I could have that? Oh, not really, love. I got a packet of biscuits. Yep, put it in the bottom. And you go. Put that in. I don't know. Actually, I almost prefer just to put this purpley one in, but because of the colouring, I think. The hardest bit, I think, about entering a competition is making sure that all your stuff works. Don't leave it to, like, say tonight when I'm demonstrating. You've got to know that it'll work. You can't leave it to last minute. And if something tips over, well, that'll be it. You'd be out straight away. You know, your mechanics have got to be solid. They've got to be well grounded. And the only way you'll achieve that is to just do it. Have a go with it. See that it'll work. It's not going to tip over. And keep trying. It takes ages, I can tell you, from experience. Don't ever be afraid to bring stuff sort of out. You don't always have to keep it, well, as long as it doesn't encroach your space. But it's quite nice to get the contrast of colours with your yellow and your purple mauve.
You teaching, Cherry?
Now, I actually used to do flower arranging like at school. You know, when my children were at school and they were looking for, you know, someone to go in and do clubs or whatever. So I did it. I did that, and then
Did the kids like it?
they loved it. Actually, loved it because very often you could just say, okay, well, here's some stuff. Do it. It didn't matter particularly, you know. Just let them have a go. I mean, my own children did. James did, even under protest, like, obviously. But yeah. So, would that kind of say spring to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I mean, what? It hasn't taken 5 minutes, perhaps. Say 10 at the most.
So would you fill it with water?
Yes. Yeah. I would have. You know. In fact, if you're going to the competition, one of those very small, very long-necked little watering cans is ideal. And I have got one at home, but it was kind of in the back of the shed. Now, again, with your base, you could do it on that one. Or the green, or they're both.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah,
That really sets it off, doesn't it?
yeah. And I mean, these are cake boards. Well, this is a cake board just with a little bit of green baize on the top. Oh, and I had got as well, like a little bit of wool. Which again would be spring, and you could yes, yes. Okay, so you could have, in fact, let's see if we can pull apart and get one in. What time do you finish, though?
It varies.
Oh, okay.
Little lambs in the field next to us have got plastic mats on.
True enough, but our fields and how they look so sweet.
And they've got no fur. And yeah, so they're running around, jumping on all fours, and their little plastic mates.
About 25 or 30 years ago in Hertfordshire anyway, loads of the fields had the lambs in those, and they gradually expanded, you know, the lambs grew and it was such that it would eventually fall off. But that went on for about 3 or 4 years. I've never seen them here, because that's why they don't like the wet, isn't it?
They hate it, apparently.
They don't mind the cold as much as the wet.
So I won't put in more than
that's
that.
lovely.
But that would be,
Yeah.
yeah?
Mm.
And in fact, I should
Sets it
have,
off, yeah.
I should have put those in first.
Yeah, they just set it to the
Yeah.
They give it to you.
Yeah, we get good at it.
Yeah.
So that would be